The story is simply this, said the painter after some time. 2 months ago, I went to a crush at Lady Brandon's. You know, we poor artists have to show. You know, we poor artists have to show ourselves in society from time to time, just to remind the public that we are not savages with an evening coat and a white tie, as you told me once. As you told me once, anybody, even a stockbroker, can gain a reputation for being civilized. Well, after I had been in the room after 10 minutes, talking to huge, overdressed dowagers, 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 and tedious, tedious, and tedious academicians, I suddenly became conscious. I suddenly became conscious that someone was looking at me. I turned halfway round and saw Dorian from the first time. When our eyes met, I felt that I was growing pale. I was growing pale. When our eyes met, I felt that I was growing pale. A curious sensation of terror came over me. A curious, a curious sensation of terror came over me. I knew that I had come face to face with someone whose near personality personality was so fascinating that if I allowed it to do so, I was I will absorb my whole natural, my whole soul. It will absorb my whole natural, my whole soul, my very art itself. I did not want any external influence, external influence in my life. You know yourself, Harry, how independent I am by nature. I have always been my own master, had at least always been so, till I met Dorian. Wow. Then, but I don't know how to explain it to you. Something seemed to tell you that I was on the verge of a terrible crisis in my life. I was on the verge of a terrible crisis in my life. I had a strange feeling that fate, I had a strange feeling that fate had in store for me exquisite choice, exquisite, 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 exquisite joys and exquisite sorrows. I had a strange feeling that fate had in store for me exquisite joys and exquisite sorrows. I grew afraid and turned to quit the room. Quit the room. It was not conscience, conscience, conscience. It was not conscience that make me do so. It was a sort of cowardice. Cowardice. It was sort of cowardice. I take no credit to myself for trying to escape. Conscience, conscience, conscience and cowardice are really the same thing, Spacio. Conscience is the trade name of the firm. That is all. I don't believe that, Harry. And I don't believe you do either.